I pitch ideas for conferences, and this is, I mean, I'm very grateful that they invited me back this year. So one of the themes that I wanted to discuss today, one of the trends that we're looking at is negotiation, but in sustainability issues, right? So before I explain what the activity and the exercise is, just wanted to share, some examples from around the world. So what is basically happening in the oil and gas sector is that sustainability issues are no longer just add-on CSR obligations, no longer commitments part of an MOU. They're now being put in binding agreements, right? So we've got two examples of examples from around the world. So we had ExxonMobil and Hess negotiating with the government of Guyana, and they agreed with the government that they're going to allocate a total of $750 million with a commitment that 50% of the funds will be allocated to traditional communities. So this was done through a negotiation process. This is something that the government pushed for with the pressure of the local communities, of course. And that's something that we're seeing. There's a lot of pressure, there's media attention, there are NGOs and activists that every time there's a project happening, they push for and ask for and make demands that what are you doing for the community. A second example is for Total Energies. It was an energy project in Mozambique, and so the company agreed that we would train at least 2,500 young people by 2027, and they also committed to business development programs in 2024 with participation of 50 new companies, SMEs. So these are examples of sustainability negotiations in oil and gas contracts. So coming to now what the exercise is going to be. If I can have the next slide, please. So what I'm going to do is half of the room is going to be representing the Ministry of Energy Petroleum Division. It's a fictitious exercise, none of these facts are real. And half of the room is going to be representing an international company. These are general facts, but I also have secret facts, which I will hand out with the help of the staff. So each of you will be given secret facts. Please do not share with the other side. Those secret facts will tell you what your objectives are, what your red lines are, what are the concessions that you're willing to offer. So I'll give you about 5 minutes to read those facts. It's not very complicated. And I would really appreciate if we can then have some volunteers on the stage and we will do like a live negotiation exercise. So keep in mind, half of you will be from the Ministry of Energy and half from an international company. There are 3 issues on which you are supposed to reach an agreement. So just the background facts, you'll see on your screen, but the commercial terms have already been decided between the parties. So the only outstanding issues are issues relating to sustainability. So more specifically, under local content procurement and training. Second issue is about community development, and the third issue is about environment. So these are 3 outstanding issues. So the 2 sides are now going to meet and finalize on those 3 issues that will later be put into a binding agreement. So that is the exercise. Down what your strategy is, what are the red lines. Okay, every side is going to have red lines. What are the red lines? That no matter what, you are not going to offer concessions below that. Now the exercise has been given in a way that you are not going to achieve a deadlock. You're not going to go into a deadlock. So keep that in mind, right? The exercise, the facts are drafted in a way that you should end up reaching an agreement through giving concessions and compromising and so on. So just make sure that So just a tip, you're not supposed to use, say, red lines. That information is for you, obviously. Right? So just to kind of guide along, so the first issue is regarding local content and procurement, right? So the Ministry of Energy has asked GLE, what are your plans in terms of concrete figures? You offered 10 to 15%, and I think what you're saying is 10 to 15% towards local content.
I did not offer the 15, only 10.
Okay, 10. All right, let's start with 10.
Okay, so
What about training? Let's move on to training.
Part of our conditions is that we will not be forced into hiring local vendors to make sure that we maintain our standards, quality and performance. And the other thing is that, and I mentioned that before, that if it's all indexed to our profits, so as it goes down, the percentage numbers, whatever it is, will drop down.
So you are agreeing on putting it on black and white thing, right?
Yeah, right. With these conditions that we don't have a locked in. Okay, and then we will control the training providers.
So
not necessarily.
we agreed on the first 2 points, I guess. So what we are very concerned about the environment part. So the question is regarding we want already the mangroves are living in that area and we want their protection as well. So for that we want to have a 10-year protection plan from your side that will give us the protection plan which is actionable and that will obviously protect the mangroves over that vicinity. So that is our requirement from our side to you.
So do you know that from Karachi, 550 million gallons per day of raw sewage and industrial is being discharged into the rivers, as well as done from 400,000 cattle, and all the solid waste, 15,000 tons per day. So first of all, you have to contact the city authorities to control that, because our activities will not damage the mangroves. It is their activities of discharging industrial activity as well as the sewage and dung and solid waste into the Arabian Sea, which is damaging the mangroves. So we will take all the.
We are not concerned about the government. Obviously, we want from your side, the commitment
Yes,
from
we
your side,
give
that
you,
no harm will be
we give
created
you
from
the
your
commitment,
side.
but when the sea is already so polluted, so we cannot be blamed after we carry out our activities that we are the ones who polluted it.
Obviously, in the ships and travel on the ports, there will be some channels that will be drawn to you, and there will be some rehabilitation. There has to be rehabilitation and mangroves also. So, what is your stance on that?
You know that an exercise has already been done by United Nations with the Sindh government for carbon credits. They have received $15 million as carbon credits for these mangroves restoration. So they are already working on the restoration of that area. Of course, when we carry out our activities in the oil and gas sector, we will take all the precautions as per the WHO standards, the EEC guidelines, and
So just to kind of interject, Imtiaz, if you can respond, and they've asked for 10-year commitment on restoration. What's your response to the 10-year requirement?
We cannot commit to a long-term restoration program. It will have to be indexed to the viability of.
Look, it's always built on trust and credibility. So we are really looking forward to that. What sort of intentions you have for the project, and also help us to forecast about your intentions for the project. So let's put it into the figures. So we want probably restoration cost of US $10 million if damage is extensive, and also we want this plan for 10-year mangrove protection plan that should be executed for the 10 years.
I'm sorry, we cannot commit to that. My thing is that if our operation causes any damage to the mangroves, we will invest in restoration of that, whether it is in situ or in building nurseries for
I believe the right answer would be we will comply with all the national as well as international conventions and the national environmental quality standards. We will not discharge any pollutant into the sea or into any other water body or on land.
What value of we want a sort of guarantee from your side of value 10 million as per the standards. So is it suitable for you because it's really helped to make us our decision easier. There are a lot of more companies which are in the queue and they're committing so. So we are really looking forward to hear from you what you have to offer.
Well,
Let's bring
five,
it to the table. No, we cannot go for that. I mean, we have better bids for that. Yeah.
Point.
Well, I'd like to ask a question that there might be some kind of, as private sector, some sort of changes are just going on. So, as per your departments, maybe some kind of having changes with the technical members of national or international team, they may come and they can assist for that, as we're talking about the wastage of industries and as well as other sort of things. You know, a lot of pollution is just going to be created. It could be made understand by the technical people by having changes. And with you,
Thank you. Thank you, Ashok.
Active session.
Lovely, lovely presentation. Excellent. Yes, yes.
A huge round of applause.
It was lovely.